Mr. Robert.
Villa.
Bob, everybody calls you Bob. I have seen you for a long time.
Yes.
And I'm so excited that you're here with us. You're going to start with a little few minutes of a guitar playing, and then we'll get started with the interview. Ready?
Yeah.
Mr. Bob Villa.
This first song I'm going to play is called Sugar, and it's to compliment the cafecito. You always have sugar in there. So this is Sugar, okay?
Mr. Bob Villa, I have seen you and followed you for a very long time because you jam and you play with so many different groups. As a matter of fact, Bob has a list that I'm gonna ask Yvonne to maybe put it up so you can see all the groups that this man has played for. So he is always receiving calls. You just gave us a fine example of how you make the guitar sing, how you make the guitar cry. And I have been present when you did a little something and the crowd stood up and cheered and clapped. So that must be amazing for you to be a master, because I'm going to call you a master musician, for you to be a master musician at this point in your life and to have musicians, singers, musicians, fans get up and just clap and cheer for you. Tell me about that feeling.
Well, it's I've been carrying that feeling ever since my brother Mike was the first one to introduce me to the guitar. Honky Tonk was the first one, and he played that song Honky Tonk, and I heard those notes. Oh my goodness, I was in love with music, and I've been in love ever since.
And allergies are killing me. So if you see me wiping my eyes, I'm crying because of Bob, but I'm crying because of allergies also. Okay? So I'll be doing this throughout the day. How old were you when you picked up that guitar? Give me an estimate.
I think it was like 10 or 11 years old.
Really?
And about 12, I was sharing with other like Rudy Palacios and Martin Villasana. He was his dad was a writer for the norteño music, so he played a lot of norteños, and I was learning some of the songs he was playing. And by then, I started listening to jazz, B.B. King, Jimmy Reed. I mean,
way too many.
Yeah. And close to my wife's house, there was a group, a soul group called the L'Oreal Green and the Band.
Really?
Yes. And we played all those clubs on Highway 90, the black clubs, the Senate, all the, oh God. And it's all blues and jazz and,
You need to interview him just on the clubs down Highway 90 that I've never heard of.
Oh
my God.
And it was a learning experience, because the guys were very eager to play it, and I wanted to learn that music. And of course, Bobby Bland, Junior Parker, they were the ones I idolized.
My next question is, have you ever entered a room and you saw someone that you admired? And you're giving me all these names that I know. How lucky you've been.
I mean, everywhere I turned, even musicians, I would meet Sunny Ace, Charlie Alvarado.
Oh my God.
Even a bass player named Lucio. He was the one that did just the Gigolo with Sunny A,
Sure, sure.
the bass player. And he was so cool, like, oh my. And then, of course, Rudy Palacios.
Of course. We're
Very-
going to talk
very-
about Rudy in a moment, okay?
Okay.
So hold on to that one.
All right.
I know that your brother Mike was a musician, okay?
Yeah.
But did you have other siblings or tíos or tías or alguien que cantaba? Who else did you have in the family?
My dad.
Oh, mijo.
That's no dad on my.
Your dad.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. What is the chances that I'm picking this up right now?
Yeah.
The camera's picking this?
It'll pick it up.
Okay, good.
And this is my brother Mike in the Bel Airs.
Mike and the Bel Airs.
And the drummer is Murphy.
That's Murphy.
That's Murphy.
That's Ernie Duawa. I'll
He
be darned, mijo.
played with my brother.
Wow, wow, wow.
And this is another picture of him, my brother playing with like the Bel Airs. And that's Mando Lucio, the bass player.
Okay.
And they recorded a lot of old music.
Wow.
Look at that
mijo.
He played with the Flat Toppers.
The Flat Toppers.
And they all had to get a flat top
Oh.
to play because they played for car clubs at that time.
Wow, wow, wow. Oh, Bob, this is historic, Bob. This is history. Do you know that my husband Richard's going to look for you? He wants... Oh, this is Gilbert. Is this Gilbert Garcia?
Gilbert Garcia,
Oh, my God, and there's OBG?
OBG, and I'm playing the guitar in the back. Yeah. That's my brother-in-law, Victor. He played the bass.
Oh, my God.
And there was Victor that played the singer, Felix. God, we did all the sunglows.
You know, you came out of Edgewood High School in what year?
65?
65. What other schools did you attend? Edgewood and?
Well, after Edgewood, I was playing with the Lyrics.
Okay.
And in 65, I was still a senior. I was playing with the Lyrics. We're going to Fort Hood, all the military bases here. And then he was using musicians from the Army band, the Fort Sam. Oh, that's where I started getting interested in the music. Started to read the music.
Read music, okay.
And when I was playing with the Lyrics, we were playing at Randolph Officers Club. And there was this guy named Glenn Yarbrough. He had a song called...
Go ahead, get your notes. Because I
In
told you.
1966, I was playing with the Lyrics, and we were playing at the Officers Club at Randolph. And Glenn Yarbrough was a singer that had a song, Baby, the Rain Must Fall.
I remember the song.
They made a movie
Wow,
with it.
yes, yes.
He approached me and says, how would you like to go on tour with me? I got 12 cities to go. I'll pay your room, your food, and you get paid. I says, I'm sorry, Mr. Albert, but in 2 weeks, I'm going to the Marine Corps. I had joined the Marines. I said, oh my. I always wondered, what would happen?
What would have happened?
Yeah, all that tour. He was going all over the New York, Chicago, Miami. And, well, that was one of the things that I really thought about in my music.
Yeah, that one opportunity,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you left to Vietnam, you Vietnam era veteran.
Yeah,
You came back and you got married then, after you came back from Vietnam?
yeah, I came back and, no, I waited another year. 67, 68, I was in Vietnam. And 70, when I got out in February, I got married in January with my wife, Yolanda.
Yeah. And y'all been together for 52 years, Yolanda?
52 years.
Yolanda, thank you for the support. It is unbelievable, the wives, the women who have stood behind our musicians, the way you've supported, the way you've backed them up, the way you've just been there for them. You know, you've been the rock, you've been that pillar that they needed, because that's a tough life.
Yep.
As a musician, very tough life. So you've been playing, Bob, how many years? Give me an estimate.
Golly.
55 years?
Probably
60?
55, 56 years.
Wow. Did you ever travel beyond Texas?
Yes.
You did. You got to travel beyond.
Well, when I was in the Marine Corps, we went to the Mediterranean. I was with the Saint Luc fleet there. There, in the Navy, I played with a country band and a rock band. But they all played guitar, so nobody was playing bass, so I had to play the bass for those guys. Patton was making that movie, and we came out in the landing for Patton.
Golly, Bob.
Yes.
You see? Oh my goodness, I'm so glad to. I'm excited to see all this.
It's in Spain, Greece, Italy, you know, all those cities that, I mean, they love music down there. And they had a good time over there.
Now, John, now you did end up back in San Antonio, married now, but you ended up with a job because I know you retired.
Yeah, I retired.
You retired from where? What did you do?
Okay, when I got back, I got my GI Bill.
Took advantage of that.
And went to St. Philip's, getting my degree in radiology.
Ah.
Yes. I spent 28 years in radiology. And got to go to Boston and work over there. And I was ready to go to Albany, New York. But my older brother, Mike, he had open heart surgery, and he died of complications from that. So I had to come back to San Antonio and be with my family.
With the family, yeah.
But,
you know, Bob, you've got so many amazing things here, Yvonne. Somewhere or another, we're going to have to take pictures of them and put them on or something or another, because these are amazing. People would love to see this. You know, and then just the list of all the bands you've played with. Hold it up in the air. We're not going to be able to zero in, but hold it up. Look at the list of the bands that Bob has played with. That is remarkable. So we're going to have to zero in on that also. We're going to give you an opportunity to do another couple of moments on the guitar. And
Another song is fine.
And one more. Ready? Are you ready for us? Okay, go ahead. Bob, it's been a pleasure, Bob. Thank you so very much. I really think that Yvonne and I need to figure out how we're going to get you back, just so you can do the history of Highway 90.
Oh.
Thank you, Mr. Bob. Ms. Miranda, thank you so much for sharing your husband with us, because many of us have appreciated seeing him and just being there to listen to him.
I appreciate all of that.
Thank you.
Thank you.